We would like to thank our sponsors, Getaway Today. Use Getaway Today for all of your vacation planning needs. You'll get exclusive perks, great discounts, and the best customer service. Most importantly, their services are always free and easy, from experienced and passionate agents who love to make your vacation dreams come true. Head on over to getawaytoday.com from the link in our show notes to see their exclusive deals, and you can call 855-GET-AWAY and let them know Walt's Apartment sent you to start planning your next vacation today.
One little spark of inspiration is at the heart of all creation.
Spark a dream that we're meant to follow.
You're listening to the Extra Magic Hour, brought to you by Walt's Apartment Podcast and the DisInsider. Join the team in the studio as they bring you the spirit of Disney through park news, history, and tips and tricks to make your Disney Parks vacation even more magical.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Extra Magic Hour. We're a Disney Parks podcast brought to you by Walt's Apartment and the DisInsider.com. What do you get when you bring together a group of like-minded Disney Parks fans from all over the country? You get the Extra Magic Hour. Now, hang on to them hats and glasses. Here's the best Disney Parks podcast in the wilderness. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to the Extra Magic Hour.
Woo woo.
Hey.
We got
Very excited.
we have some parks news to talk about tonight. This has been the dream of the Extra Magic Hour since it started, was to actually talk about Disneyland, and so it's actually going to be it's going to be open when we talk about it. When me and Brooke first did this a long time ago, I mean, I think we did 2 episodes where the park was actually open, then it kind of just faded off. So I'm happy to have some stuff to talk about. Shawn, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm fantastic. We got a big Walt Disney World trip coming up in about 4 days.
Yes.
I act so casually, like I'm
you're
not
like all calm about it.
It's coming up,
It's actually 100 hours away. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Easter morning. So I'm super excited. Yep.
Nice. We're going to talk about your trip at the end, about what you have planned, and
Sweet.
see if our resident expert here can maybe give you a little more advice, and go from there. Breanna, how you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Good. Arizona's good.
Arizona's good. Only
Nice.
got about 2 weeks left here.
Where are you going next?
I don't know. I have no idea. I am homeless in like 14
You're
days.
like Francis McDermott. No,
Oh my gosh.
Just kind of wandering.
It's been insane. I've been looking for jobs for weeks. So
Wow. Well, well, good luck to you. I'm sure you'll figure something out. Sam, how are you tonight?
I'm good. I'm actually really excited for our Imagineer feature tonight.
Oh,
And
buddy.
Yay.
we can tell everybody about the bracket we're going to be creating.
That's right. We're going to create our own bracket, which is going to be pretty dang cool.
Nice.
So
It connects to our Imagineers tonight.
it does.
Okay.
So stick with that. Make sure you listen to all of our shows that we have out there. You have the Walt's Apartment podcast on Wednesday night. Thursday morning releases as a podcast. The Disney Beat, obviously, covering all things DisInsider.com news on Mondays from our own Shawn. You have Marvel Tribe. You have Force Friday. You have some interviews coming up, I think, here in the next couple of months that they're going to be pretty cool. I had a couple blogger friends that are going to be going back in the parks. I'm hoping to be able to talk to them again. They've said just reach out whenever we're ready, so I'm looking forward to that. Got some things coming. I want to get Jen on from Getaway Today again, too, and talk about travel once Disneyland opens. So we'll work on that, too. So let's get into the news. Oh, and check out Disology Podcast. I'm sorry, I missed that one.
That's okay.
No, you're with us.
I know.
We support that show 1,000%.
I know.
It's a great show anyway. So the WandaVision episode was great. The idea behind it. I have not finished the one that the Star Wars one yet, but check out Disology. So now we will get into what's happening in the Disney parks, and there's some stuff happening, some good stuff happening. It was announced, I think, was it today, guys, about Food and Wine in
Yes.
Walt Disney World?
Yep.
So that will be in from July 15th to November 20th.
Yeah, they took the taste of off, so it's a shorter name this year.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they did that because of Taste of Disney over in DCA. I wonder
Well,
if
the
they
Taste of Universal they're doing too.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
And a Taste of Knott's or something. They were using that a lot this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used it last year. I think they were trying to be like, oh, it's going to be smaller this year, and it really wasn't.
Yeah.
It was longer, and it was this exact same it is every other year. And so I think they just finally dropped it. Which
I thought that's how I interpreted it as well, Breanna. Like, Taste of was just to tell you you're getting a sampling of what Food and Wine is typically like, but really it wasn't a sampling, and they just don't need it.
Now, is it everywhere? Is it at all the parks, or is it just in Epcot? I'm not sure.
Festivals are typically in Epcot.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's just you drink, and it's just like what it is, Food and Wine, just you.
It is Food and Wine.
Yeah.
It is.
I know they have it at California Adventure where you just buy a card and you get like little tickets so you can like sample stuff and drink stuff. It's that same kind of idea, right?
Yeah, they don't have the tasting cards at Walt Disney World. I wish they would. It'd be nice, but But everything's still like a sample size between like $5 and $8 ish, and you get little like samples, little flights of wine and beer and stuff.
Oh, nice. I
And
thought it was.
everything is yummy.
Yeah.
Everything is very good. It takes
I thought it was
days to get through.
I thought it was smart that they extend that. I don't know how long it usually goes, but it's going through November 20th, which I think which goes after the 50th starts at Magic Kingdom, which I think is really smart on their part to bring people away from Magic Kingdom any way you possibly can. So
Same thing we're saying about Ratatouille's like opening. It's they're gonna have to pull crowds away from Magic Kingdom. Not everybody that's gonna want to get in is gonna get in for the anniversary.
It's starting earlier too. I feel like it usually starts August or September.
Yeah.
So what's going on there right now with all the orange stuff? Is that
Flower and Garden?
The longest name in the world for a festival? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Sean will get to enjoy that. So
Yes. Yep.
Flower
That one's running pretty long too, as well.
they've all been running
March
a lot longer than normal.
July 5th, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, which I'm fine with because
I love the orange bird. Like,
yeah, I think it's good. That's it.
My fiance Paul's is his favorite. Yeah.
And I mean, the sipper is really good too, like the orange slush or whatever it is. But
orange vanilla.
yeah, but I will say the one inside Buzzy, like the bee sipper, was not very yummy. So maybe don't try that.
We'll just get the sipper then. We won't get the drink.
Yes, exactly. Spike the bee. That's who it is.
I don't want to haul back a sticky used sipper. So
Yes. But I mean, like, you could drink the orange bird. It's fine.
okay, good.
So Shawn was saying as we were talking about what we're planning for this, that they're bringing in more barges, testing more barges for Harmonious.
Yeah, so they have 5 barges. I believe they have 4 now. They have the center one. They have 3 around it, and they're looking. The 4th one is either in place tonight or they're moving it now. But they're moving them in. I know they have the fireworks barge moving in too to start testing some of that. So it's really a tough time to look at it because people are making a lot of judgments right now. But it's right in the middle of it, just like you want to look at the production photos of Thor down in Australia and sit and judge the movie. Yet you shouldn't be judging this.
Right.
But,
I mean, like, I would have just been looking at Thor to be completely
I know
honest.
exactly. So yeah, they're dragging them out, and it's giving a lot of people who like to make content complaining a lot of stuff to complain about. So it's wonderful for them.
Everything is gonna be okay.
right.
I keep saying that everything is gonna be okay. Have faith.
Well, people need to have something to complain about, I think, in life.
They don't need to. They just want to, and they
but
need
they
to get over
they just
it.
find something always
over
to
it.
complain
They
about.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah, Shawn.
People Mover. I was excited for you, Shawn, because I thought you were going to ride the People Mover, and I think this was today or yesterday it came out that is now at least target date May 1st.
Yeah, they've been saying that for months now. It's supposed to open on Easter. The day we're leaving, April 4th, and then it got bumped again. It looks like, they're testing it now. They have cast members up there testing it with the cast members, and it's running. They have the music playing, so we'll see. Who knows?
Yeah. Have you been on? I don't know, Brand. Have you been on the People? You were never probably on the People Mover at Disneyland.
At Disneyland, no.
Probably
I
not.
did the Disneyland one back in the day.
You did, yeah. I was wanting to see. I guess that one's ran differently. It's ran by Magnets, and the one that's ran it is Magnets, I believe, right?
In Disneyland
And Disney World is Magnets, propulsion Magnets. I thought it was.
They had to put sensors in because they kept running into each other, and that was just one of those things that was just a lot longer problem than they realized it would be. That's why it's been out for a year.
Yeah,
Well,
it was just so crazy because they had that fire on the belt last year, like on the ramp going up or whatever. And then very shortly after that, they just closed it and didn't reopen. And I'm like, this is so yeah, they were definitely having issues with it.
Bring in
But
Bob
I've
Durr
seen
to
them
fix it.
testing it. I've seen them testing it for months. Like they've been testing it, making sure that it's not smacking into each other. And sometimes in their tests, it does smack into each other. So obviously it's a guest safety issue and they don't want to let anybody on it until they have it right. But I love the People Mover. I wish it was going to be open for you, Shawn.
I know.
Yeah. No, I love anything. You just sit and not do anything for a long time.
Okay, then go in the Hall of Presidents. You're great.
Perfect. I'll just find a bench.
Carousel of Progress.
Carousel of Progress. Oh, which is going to lead us
No
into
Hall of
our-
Presidents. Don't rub that in. It's closed. But I'll do.
Oh, that's right. I
I
forgot.
Carousel of Progress.
I forgot. Carousel of Progress.
So the mobile passes are now being tested at Magic Kingdom. Is it just Magic Kingdom or all the parks?
All the Walt Disney World parks.
All the Walt Disney World parks, yeah. Like you said in our chat, it's nothing new for people that go to Disneyland because when you have the mobile stuff there already. So, which seems weird that it is the same thing, isn't it? Where you scan your phone.
You scan your phone to get in. I mean, it's a little bit better. I mean, I was looking at something like your Apple Watch. You can use that now. I know they have Magic Bands, but they're getting rid of those slowly. But it's essentially like it looks like from everything I've seen. Because it got on my phone with all my tickets now. It linked it all up. It looks very similar to what we had in Disneyland.
Right.
So I have a question then, Shawn, since you're in the process. When you do your mobile passes, and there's somebody who you're vacationing with, but they're not staying in the same room as you. They're like, let's say they're friends and family. They're like on your friends and family list. So you can see their itinerary, you can see their tickets. Can you like book passes for them?
Well, I don't know yet. Good question. So Paul is linked on because we have the same room, right? I do have friends who are joining us halfway through our trip who are seeing Swan the Dolphin. And I don't know yet. So I think we'll know when we get there. However, remember, there's no passes to book. There's no fast passes.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, I'm talking about boarding passes for Rise.
Oh, for Rise. That's good question. But I don't know. But the nice thing is we're not doing Hollywood Studios until Paul and I are doing it first day, but we're also doing it with our friends on the 5th day. So we'll be in the parks a couple days prior. So I'll be able to go talk to a cast member first because that would be a big stress of mine. Try to link them with this new system. I know that's
you'll have to let us know how that goes because I had a friend who was asking me that question and I told her I was like, hey, I'll put it out there on Extra Magic Hour and we can figure it out.
I mean, people say they waste 30 seconds linking someone on 7 a.m. and it's enough to not get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like you should be. I mean, I don't know. My friend and I never stay on property, and we're always linked together, so we're not.
That's my big stress. I will get to the end, but my first morning with Paul is Hollywood Studios in the park. So we are, and Paul keeps saying,
time.
Well, no, Paul keeps saying it's okay if we don't get the Rides Resistance pass because we didn't go Disneyland. We didn't go on Disneyland before they closed. So he's like, it's okay. It's not going to affect our trip. I don't even think we're going to get on. Just like it's because he knows me. If I don't get him at 7
he's
a.m., I'm
trying
just going
to
to be mad.
lower the energy for you.
Yeah, and we even do what are the 3 rides you most? And he never will put rides because he doesn't want to feel stressed about it. But I do know a lot of people who don't get it at 7 a.m. tend to get it at 1 because they do it again at 1. And so I'll be positive. We have 4 shots. 2 days, 2 times the first day, 2 days the 5th day. So.
You will get it. I have faith.
We're going to get it for sure. You're absolutely going to get it more than once, I think.
I think so too. I think you'll get it both days.
Yeah, absolutely.
If not, they're going to have a 260-pound man crying.
I wanted to, this is not, but I want to ask you guys about this. We talked about it on the Walt's department last week, just about the facial recognition. And I know they're testing it right now, but if you guys aren't familiar with Clubhouse yet, it's an app out there that you can have like conversations and stuff in and get like in these groups of people that are like-minded and stuff. And the other day, some of us here on it are already on it, but Chris,
I've been waiting on my invite, guys.
Oh, I have one. I will send you one. Yeah. I will send you one tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to have an iPhone, so that is part of it.
Done.
Okay. So I actually have 2 because I sent my 2 out to guys that don't have iPhones. So I have to figure out how to send them to someone else. So, but
I've got 4, so I will send you one.
There you go.
Sweet.
But we were in this. I was listening to this group. It's just called Disney Parks, and it was hosted by this guy named Dusty and this other guy, Mikey.
Yes, I follow Dusty and Mikey.
Yeah, they follow me. I'm like, damn, this guy follows me. That's cool.
Me
but
too.
then there's another guy on there, Jack from DSNY Newscast was in there.
Yeah, he was on there last night or yesterday, right? For the first time.
I think it was yesterday. It was yesterday or the day before. I think it was Monday when I was listening to it, and they're talking about facial recognition and what they thought about it, if it's going to, how it's going to be. But they took it a step further to the fact that they might be doing this. That if your face is recognized and you go on and see Mickey Mouse, when you can visit Mickey Mouse, and Mickey Mouse says, "Hey, Shawn, how's your day going?"
Yeah. There's that, and they're also they have pupil tracking technology too. So when they look to the right, the screen will be able to adjust and stuff. So
right.
Also, if you're not supposed to be at an amusement park, don't go.
Yeah, that's true too.
They gonna find you. Like if you are a troublemaker.
But I thought it was a great idea because I know that like the Star Wars hotel is supposed to be really immersive. Like, hey, I know Galaxy's Edge when they were designing it said that it was going to be like, oh, hey, I heard you crashed the Falcon. And I'm wondering if this is some of that technology that they're finally starting to get going. And so I just want you guys' thoughts on that.
This is what, like, coming from the Imagineering standpoint, this is what people want. They want that immersion. They want to feel like they are somewhere that they've never been before and like they're part of the experience. You're not just experiencing it, you're part of the experience. And that is the way that theme park design is going. So if they can give that to you, they're going to try and give it to you. And it's just going to make it feel more personable for you. It's going to be a more exciting experience. And it's also going to be a new experience for people who have gone to Disney 150 times. Right. It's going to be a new experience for them every single time they go.
I think it's great. So.
Well, and it's going to be a lot cheaper in the sense that, I know Jack talked about this. It's so funny because in between these two shows that we recorded, I was getting in a text with Skylar and Jack, DSNY News. He did a whole thing about it last week on his thing, and now Braden or whatever from Mickey Views is copying him. We won't get into that, but that's I'm with Jack on this one. But anyway, he has a source inside Imagineering who was talking about how they really want to use this technology to bring a lot of these Disney park experiences to places like India and the Middle East, where they don't want to build a whole castle park, but they want to be able to bring experiences there, so they can use a lot of this technology in some of these other countries who they don't want to drop whatever it costs now, $10 billion or more to
didn't they do like Disney Quest and that failed?
Yeah, but I think the technology's changed since the 90s.
Okay.
And Michael Eisner was out, so right? He was just throwing everything against the wall, and I just don't think it's one of those things. I don't think the technology was there yet, but the point was there, or the idea was there. So we'll see.
Brandon, what are your thoughts on it?
I think it can lead to a lot of fun stuff. How are they testing it with people's masks right now? Are you
supposedly
they can read it through the mask?
They can read it through the mask.
So it's like better than Apple. Like
you have to take your glasses and your hat off if you're wearing a hat, but it has to, they have to be able to like maybe it's your eyes the most, I would think at that point,
They're doing like retinal scanning.
Yeah. That's exactly
the wave of the future.
Retinal scans from Disney.
That's crazy.
It's fine.
I don't care if Disney wants to scan my face, they can scan my face. They can buy my face if they want it. Please, Disney.
Take my face.
Take my face.
So going on, that's kind of what's happening at Walt Disney World. Disneyland Paris celebrates its 29th anniversary starting in April. It starts the celebration.
12th.
April 12th actually starts the celebration. Do we know? They're not even going to be open yet, are they?
No, I just, right after I sent that, they announced, not on Disney News.
Right. Okay.
Another
lockdown.
Yeah, another lockdown.
Oh, really?
Another one. Yep.
Wow. Dang. So it's those poor people.
I know.
Not even just the Disney fans. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the whole thing in general.
No, I just mean in general, we're all going to be headed in that direction. We all just need to be careful with what we're doing.
Yeah, it seems like, we're doing good right now. I hope it keeps going the way we're going, but, we'll see what happens. So,
well,
yeah, we're doing okay, I said.
I live in a state that's not going to require masks after the end of this week. So there's that.
Yeah, really? Oh, that's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot of vaccines. There's a lot more vaccines. Funny too, because we talk about vaccine hesitancy amongst like more of the Middle America and stuff around the United States. But there's a lot of vaccine hesitancy in some of these older countries because there's this whole idea of like we're French or we're whatever it is, and this is our culture, and don't come in here with this, and we're not part of the war. It's the same idea of like the European Union. Anyway, so there's a lot of vaccine hesitancy in some of these countries. And
I've also seen a lot of vaccine hesitancy where people are like, "I'll get it for me, but I don't want to give it to my kids."
Sure.
And that's where we're getting to in our country is we're getting down to like 16-year-olds and younger, and a lot of parents are hesitant, and we completely understand that. Like, we get it, but trust me.
I just saw something today that Pfizer said that their vaccine is good for down to 12-year-olds, I think.
100%. They just did a study. It was 2,600 kids, 12 to 16.
Yeah.
And not one 19 of the placebos got infected, and not one of the people with the vaccine did. So,
wow.
Awesome.
Well, good. So we can all just keep moving forward and hope that things are going the right way. But like Sam said, you never know. So we'll see. That's happening there. Disneyland. Shawn, talk about alcohol at the Blue Bayou.
So it's so funny because so the Blue Bayou, they announced
the guy doesn't drink. Let's talk about alcohol.
The one who doesn't drink, but of course. What's funny too is I'm like the one who doesn't, but I'm like the one who's all for it. I'm like, yeah, get him drunk. So what they announced on the Disney Parks blog that they're going to have they're going to start serving alcohol eventually after they reopen, not right away, but once the Blue Bayou restaurant in Disneyland can reopen, they're going to serve wine, sparkling wine, beer, and have a signature mixed drink, which I bet you is going to be all mixer and just the tiniest amount of alcohol. And we charge you $20 for it.
And a lot of Malibu rum.
Take my money.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, just get it. Like we talked a little bit about it. Oga's Cantina out in 2019 in Galaxy's Edge was like really the first time they served alcohol to guests, all guests. Prior to that, it was just Club 33, and we always knew that in Walt's personal apartment, he enjoyed his scotch too. So
his scotch mist.
Yeah, you got to have some scotch.
So some of the more traditionalists, or someone who's bored just wants to be upset about it. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah,
personally. Oh, and I did
it's
say
all going to be okay.
Disney, the concern Walt Disney had, if you want to take what people say, is that he wanted to separate it from like the rowdy, the rowdy drunk carnival or what a fair atmosphere of the first half of the century.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, the people who are going to act like that and they're bringing alcohol in. Okay, let's just not be stupid, right? We can all be like Pollyanna and put on our rose-colored glasses, but you can get alcohol easily into Disneyland. And I know a lot of people who do.
Sniff those water bottles, y'all.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a chance for Disney to make some money on it. So
right.
Yeah.
Joey from Disney Universe podcast made a good point. He said, like at Oga's Cantina, you can't leave there. So like it's not like you're walking. It's not like you're walking around. You have to drink your drink there, and you can't go anywhere else. So Blue Bayou they're gonna do the same thing. You're not gonna have to be monitored and forced to have to it's not gonna happen. So Breanna, Sam, what do you guys think of that?
Yeah,
I mean,
take Sam's money, she said. So
well, yeah, but I mean, like also at Walt Disney World, like I drink at Animal Kingdom. I don't ever see people getting rowdy and out of control.
Right.
Same thing at Epcot. I mean, sometimes people get a little sloppy at Epcot, but that's during festivals. But I trust in Disney security to handle those issues. Right. And I feel like, hey, if you're going to be dumb and you're going to sacrifice that ticket that you just spent $200 on to go and get drunk in a park and not be able to behave, then that's what you get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
and I trust
pictures of your
Disney
face
security
now, so
they have pictures of your face. Sorry. So guess what? Don't get banned from the park. Don't do dumb things.
Like, he's the drinker. Don't let him back in. So
don't go jump in the lagoon.
Right.
Try and swim to that firework barge.
Well, California Adventure, you can drink there, and same thing. I've never seen anyone. I've seen people double fisting with their micheladas and their, but I've never seen anyone out of control. I mean, maybe that little dance part right there, like right there by that stand where people are dancing with the music playing, right? You guys know what I'm talking about.
It's a little trashier over there. I mean,
at night.
I would totally be the one hanging out with the people double fisting micheladas dancing.
I think it's too because it's more of a local, so people go there like as a bar, like and as opposed to drinking like on a vacation in Walt Disney World, where it's like people just like, hey, let's go get drinks.
Right.
But anyway.
Yeah, catch me drunk at Cars Land.
Or throwing up on Guardians.
Right. Oh, God.
Yeah, no, I just feel like I have faith in my fellow Disney fan that's not who we are. So
yeah. So Disneyland Forward was announced this week, which very, very cool. I don't have how to explain it, Shawn. I just lost my
there.
Sorry about that.
She's tighten it up a bit, but Disneyland.
Disneyland I was pretty loose.
Public proposal. Disneyland released just their trying to appeal to the public to put some pressure on the Anaheim City Council, mayor, and local officials to allow them to amend some of their strict zoning agreements that they agreed to in the 90s when they expanded to Disney California Adventure to allow a lot of the space is being used for parking and other things to be more mixed use, so they can expand both Disneyland and that they would come through right now. It looks like by Splash Mountain would be where it connect over there in New Orleans Square, and over in Disney California Adventure just behind Incredicoaster back there in Pixar Pier. That's where it connect to, and so. It looks a lot better than I think than what it really is, but I think it's in the right direction. There's no third gate announced. There's no expansion announced, and the concept art is purposefully vague. It's not your phone or your laptop that has low whatever it's called definition. It's purposefully blurry.
Yeah, absolutely. You mean we're not getting Wakanda Land?
Man, we could. I know people are zooming in, and we're getting these articles everywhere. That's like, I mean, I think it was Mickey Blog or whatever, Blog Mickey. They're like, oh, there's a Wakanda Land in Skylar Center. I was like, dude, this is not a story. No, they're just.
I want it so bad, though.
And you let them know that too. I appreciate it.
I will manifest it.
Let's manifest this. Yeah, let's do it.
That would be good. I mean, they can do it there because they can't do it in Orlando yet, so they can do it there. So
I think the funny thing, Wakanda or in Orlando.
The funny thing about this,
the Marvel agreement with Universal.
I don't think Black Panther's part of it.
Yeah.
I think the funny part about those pictures is that you looked at the one, that the really, really nice, colorful picture with everything. Then that aerial shot with the map with the two parks and the parking structures. That's the one. If you zoom down on, you can see Wakanda. If you look at the other beautifully drawn one, you're like, it looks nothing like that. So, like Shawn said, it's completely just like. Here's what we could do. I mean, check out DisneylandForward.com. It's a pretty cool site they put up. I signed up for it to get any updates if anything comes up. But I get why they're doing it. They're not asking the state. They're not asking the city for tax money this time. They're not asking them for any. They just want to use their land for what they want to use it for. So, like Shawn said on the Walt's apartment, the biggest issue I think will actually be the people that live right behind that parking lot. Because there's houses backed up to that parking lot behind Paradise Pier. So I think that'll be the biggest issue, unless they can build some really big walls, but we'll see. I'm excited.
Indoor attractions, they're talking about that too. I read that's one way they can get them to do it.
A lot of people, but back to the Wakanda really quick, a lot of people do say they wish that we could just do Wakanda at Walt Disney World and Animal Kingdom where Dinoland is. But because of the licenses with Universal, they can't do it on that side of the country, so
there's
they
something
cannot.
with that though, right, Brianna? I think you're kind of hinting at it.
Is it Black Panther as well? Is it all Marvel?
I think it's only Marvel that they've made.
It's not all Marvel.
Yeah, that's why they can do Guardians.
There was a time period where it stopped. Exactly.
So it's like they can do it. They can do it in California, but they can't do it in Florida. Is the way I understood it.
I think they can do Black Panther.
It's different Marvel properties, though. It's not every Marvel property, which is the reason we can get a Guardians of the Galaxy ride in
So it's like, I think they could do Black Panther, but they couldn't do a Wakanda. That's what I thought it was.
Oh, because it'd be tied into the entire. Yeah. I don't know. A lot of people talk about that agreement. I don't think anyone's read it, and I'd love for it to leak so people could actually read it. Yeah.
I feel like it's been a while. I'll have to look around.
No, there's a good debate though, because Disney. I think that Universal's hold on the Simpsons in terms of their theme park rights is going to expire here soon. So there's a big debate, is Disney going to use it? Because Disney will get it because they own the property now. So
if they would take Simpsons out of Universal, I would be the happiest person in the world.
I know, but they're just they're probably.
But I don't want it added. But I don't want it added to Disney.
No, I don't want it either. I want it to
add that? Yeah. I want to fit
the future back.
It could fit on top of that parking structure or behind that hotel. They could put it up there somehow.
Oh yeah,
I'm just throwing.
And then people could throw themselves from it. No, I'm just
right. So that's kind of Disneyland Forward. Check it out. DisneylandForward.com. It's a very cool site. If a third of the stuff that's on those pictures would come to fruition, I'd be completely stoked. But like Shawn said, it's all it's smoke and mirrors right now at this point, just to gain interest, to gain public acceptance and go from there. So
I think the big story for last week is that Disneyland is not done growing. And I know, of course, we always say that from Walt, but if you're a Disneyland fan and you go there a lot, you're restricted really tight. And I think everyone was like, oh God, okay. Yeah. Maybe when I lay in bed thinking of what I would add to Disneyland, that's not all fantasy. Maybe something could happen.
That's exactly how I was. I was like, I've been told forever that we were never getting anything big in Disneyland without like ripping down half the park because they didn't have room. And to see this is exciting. So.
Cool.
But how smart was it of Disney to do this when they did it unfortunately with COVID happening, and before, like we talked about before, before COVID, Anaheim and Disneyland, they weren't that friendly. They kind of went back and forth. Now, you see that mayor on top of the hotel across the street talking about how we need Disneyland reopened to save the town, basically. So Disneyland's like, okay, we're going to exploit. Is exploit probably a good word? They're gonna
take advantage of the situation,
like little Duke of Whistleton. Is going to exploit their riches, but I think it's smart on them right now to announce this right before their park opens back up too. So good on them.
Look at the Imagineering story, the last episode, 26 minutes in at Bob Weiss's desk. You can see they were looking at plans for this back when they recorded that. So this has been around for a while.
Why are you that in depth? You're like pausing at 26. What is on his desk?
Yeah. So, when they do the whole thing when they all came back from Shanghai and they were like, all right. And they're sitting around and they're all looking. If you look at the plans that are on the table, you'll see it's the stuff that they released, the concept art.
Did Jack tell you that?
No. I just remember them talk. So I went back to look really closely. There it is. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Go look at it. You'll see it. It's cool.
You also see in there Joe Rohde taking that when he pulls out the building where America Sings used to be in there as well. And Disneyland when he's looking at I love the Imagineer story.
Me too.
I love that. Yeah, it's better than the Marvel stuff that we're watching right now. So yeah, you can make that face. I love the Marvel tribe. I love being part of it, but this is my ultimate favorite one right here. I'm not going to lie.
I can't disagree with you. That just shocked me that it came from you because of WandaVision.
Right.
She's great and all, but she's not Disneyland. I'm not gonna lie. That's.
We know where my heart lies. My heart is always going to go straight to Imagineering, but
sure. But if I lost all the other shows, if we lost all the other shows, I would want to make sure this one stays. This is my absolute favorite. And I'm so glad that we have it. So anyway, we can move on from that. Disneyland Forward, check it out. Sam, who is our featured Imagineer this week?
We actually have two because they're a duo. Yes. We are going to do Robert B. Sherman and Richard M. Sherman. Bob and Dick. Basically, they were one of the most legendary songwriters for film ever. They also did things that weren't just for film. They did things for musicians. We'll get into that in just a second, but their dad was actually a songwriter as well, Al Sherman, and their parents were Russian Jewish immigrants who came here. They started writing songs together in 1951 when their dad challenged them to do so. And they not only wrote with each other, but they also had different songwriting partners throughout most of the 50s. In 1958, Robert founded a music publishing company, which later had a relationship with a Disney-affiliated publishing arm, Wonderland Music. And they had that same year, they had their first top 10 hit with Tall Paul, which was Mouseketeers, Judy Harriet, and Annette Funicello. And so they did a couple of things with Annette Funicello. They did the international hit You're 16, which was first done by rockabilly singer Johnny Burnett, and then Ringo Starr did it. And they actually got awarded for both of those performances. So basically they're super successful with these other songs that they were doing. And then the Walt Disney Company came to them and said, hey, we want you to start writing for our films. And the first thing that they ever did for the Disney Company was a song called the Strummin' Song. And it was used for, again, something with Annette Funicello. And then the first song that they ever contributed to a Disney movie was for The Absent-Minded Professor. They did Medfield Fight Song. And when they were at the Walt Disney Company, they wrote more, the Sherman Brothers wrote more motion picture musical scores than any other songwriters in the history of film. Like, that is a huge feat. They also wrote It's a Small World, which was written for the 1964 World's Fair. And since then, it has been claimed that it is the most translated and performed song on Earth. Granted, Disney does play it on a loop, so that accounts for a big chunk of that. But we all know it gets stuck in our head. It's one of those earworms that we can't really get rid of when we hear it.
I like it.
I do too.
I love it.
What about you, Shawn and Breanna? Do you guys like Small World, or does it irritate you?
Don't have like a hate for it, but I'm not gonna like ever just, it's not on like any of my Disney playlists.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't listen to it at home at the gym or anything, but I do enjoy it. It doesn't bother me at the park. You know, people are like, oh my God, this song. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
To me, when I hear it, I'm like, oh, I'm in the park. You know, I'm excited.
Yep.
Sean's like, Sean's lifting, and he's like, it's a small world.
Yeah, that's it.
In 1965, the Sherman Brothers did win 2 Academy Awards for Mary Poppins. They did the songs. They did "Feed the Birds," "Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious," and "Chim Chim Tree." They have earned 9 Academy Award nominations, 2 Grammy Awards, 4 Grammy Award nominations, and 23 gold and platinum certified albums since then for Mary Poppins.
Damn.
They worked on The Happiest Millionaire, the one and only genuine original family band. They left the company, and they were songwriters for a bunch of motion pictures, television shows, theme park exhibits, and stage musicals. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is probably their most popular thing that they worked on. It was their 3rd Academy Award nomination for Best Original Song, but it honestly became this big like international thing for them. It got them like nominated, and like they won awards at the Moscow Film Festival, which was the only time an American had ever won, because granted, like their parents came from Russia, but they were American born. And so it was like the first time Americans had ever won. We know that they've done work on the Aristocats, Bedknobs and Broomsticks, lots of other things that are outside of the Disney company too. Like they did some stuff for Snoopy. They, so actually their first Moscow nomination was for Tom Sawyer, which they also were the screenwriters for. So they didn't just do the music, they also did the screenwriting. Lots of things. Like they've done things that the Queen Elizabeth was like pulling them in for, things that she wanted premiered. They have had the longest standing film in the longest standing film in like London's basically like theaters. They've done The Jungle Book, The Aristocats, like I said earlier, The Parent Trap, Charlotte's Web, Huckleberry Finn, Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Little Nemo Adventures in Slumberland. As I said before, Johnny Burnett and Ringo Starr did You're 16. They ended up getting two top 10 Billboard 100 hits 13 years apart from each other for the same song, which that does not typically happen. They did the Tigger movie. They've done a lot. So as far as attractions go, they have done Miracles from Molecules for Adventure Through Inner Space. They did the Astuter Computer Review for Communicore. They did the World Showcase March for Epcot Center for the opening and dedication. They did One Little Spark for Journey into Imagination, which is like my favorite. They did Magic Highways for the Rocket Rods. There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow for Carousel of Progress. They did the Tiki Room. They have just like been all over the parks, the films. If you have not watched The Boys, it's on Disney Plus. Go watch it. It's all about their life. It's amazing. We owe a lot of credit to what they've done for the film industry with songwriting, the creativity that they inspired in Disney songwriters in general, and what they've just done for the film and entertainment industry. Mm-hmm. So thanks, boys.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah. They're so we're going to do a extra magic hour Walt's Apartment podcast bracket of Sherman Brothers songs.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So I don't know which ones we're gonna pick. We're gonna figure out because they did I Googled how many songs that they've written. They've Googled like over 200 songs or something just that they've written. So I think it might be more than that, but we're
going to pick the most popular ones.
Yeah, we'll do that. And we'll just have a little fun. We'll do something on our pages and see what people think and do a little March.
Yeah. Head to the groups and head to our group, Walt's Apartment Behind the Lamp, and to the Walt's Apartment podcast page, and make sure you're voting when we put those up. And
we will throw them on. Breanna will throw them on Instagram as well, so we can get votes on there as well. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Sam, for doing that. I love the Sherman Brothers, so that was awesome. Go ahead.
Wait, real quick before you go in, I was listening to you, Sam, but I got the news thing. There was apparently a mass shooting about 10 minutes away from Disneyland, just this last couple hours. Down
Are you kidding?
Four people dead, and a few others wounded. It's active right now. Just got a notice from the Orange County Register. So,
here it is.
Yep,
right here.
Well, we record this on Wednesday night, so
but Friday.
When you guys hear this, will be Friday morning. But still, dang, that's gave me the chills just thinking about that. I don't like that. That's terrible.
Yeah. Sorry.
No.
Yeah. So everyone out there, God, be safe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, the world we live in.
Yeah. It's
on that note.
Yeah. Breanna, do you have any travel tips this week?
I do.
Sorry about that, Breanna.
Get back in the mood, yeah.
No, that's crazy. But like you said, it's the world we live in. It's unfortunate.
God, it's been so many so fast. All right. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So today I'm just going to kind of do like essentials that you would take into the park. I think this is going to kind of start off into like a planning series through the park. So today will just kind of be like some short essentials. Then hopefully next week I'll go into essentials with children, because I started to put it into this one and I realized that I could have talked for an hour. So, and then hopefully we'll get into planning each day at like different parks. So like how to plan like a good Magic Kingdom day, how to plan a Hollywood Studios day, how to plan an Epcot day, and an Animal Kingdom day. Then going into all of the resorts, going through value, moderate, all of the resorts, where they are, how much they are, what they're like, and then heading hopefully by the end of the year into what will be our new options with transportation, especially when you're now having to figure out transportation with kids and people who have different disabilities that are now going to be affected by not having the Magical Express.
Yes.
But today we'll start out with just kind of some essentials for the park. First off, you have to have some sort of bag or large pockets, which women's clothes do not have large pockets. So a bag. I love the Loungefly bags that have come out. I honestly, the very first time I saw one, I was like, it's small and I am a big person that will not be able to wear this bag. They are very actually size inclusive, which I love. Like as a plus size person, finding a backpack that I can actually wear is awesome. So the Loungefly bags are
You can fit so much inside.
I can fit my DSLR camera in that bag and my 32-ounce Hydro Flask. It is huge. Like, these bags are great. They hold so much, and they're light. They're small with so much space. They're light. Like my back's not like sweating because it doesn't take up my whole back. Like I love these bags. They're the perfect size.
Plus, they're Disney themed.
They are. There's so many Disney themes. You can find whatever bag that you want. They have it. I promise. It might not be readily available, but they've had it. It's on sale. There are still bags that I am so upset that I never bought that are gone. But yes, I love these Loungefly bags, but if you have kids or something else, you might want to look into a bag that's different for you. A lot of people also love fanny packs, crossbody bags. But I will 100% recommend Loungefly bags. So I kind of broke it down into like the first few, or just kind of like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 top like 7 things that you like. It's kind of like must-haves, and then I kind of go into things that are like a little more personal, or things that you can probably get in the park, but it's more convenient if you bring them in yourselves. So first off is usually like obviously a wallet or something to carry money and cards in. I love little card holders because they take up a lot less space than my wallet. can hold my ID, and then whatever credit card I like to bring, and just little like safety tips with credit cards. I do love my Disney card because it does give me discounts in the park after I spend like $50. And just like another, like I love my Discover card because if I lose it, I can freeze it from my phone. So it's just something that like these two cards I feel very safe with in the park. And it's just any gift cards that you bring, you do usually take all of the gift cards and can join them all into one and just slide that into your bag. Also, with your phone, make sure you have the Disney Experience app downloaded. And right now we're getting to the point where we most likely don't need magic bands anymore, but I still love my magic band. Like I said, women's clothing doesn't have pockets. I don't always have my phone out. It's nice to have something on my wrist that I can just readily use because nothing has pockets. So make sure you have all those, and then usually bringing a phone charger. You can have the fuel rods that the park offers, and then you're able to swap out. If you're not using a fuel rod where you can swap it out in the park, I suggest the phone charger that can charge your phone multiple times, especially now that we're getting to the point where we use our phone for everything. If we're using it for admissions, we're using it to order food because we have to order food mobilely. Someday we'll get fast passes back, and we'll have fast passes and photo pass. Your maps are on your phone. Everything is on your phone. You got to entertain yourself in those lovely long lines to have a phone charger that's going to charge your phone multiple times through the park.
So like a power bank type thing?
Yeah, like, yeah.
I use the fuel rod, but I've had other power banks.
Yeah, I was like, I have one that's like the size of my phone.
Yeah.
So it's like, basically I'm carrying around two phones, but it's the one I have, and I just,
it's okay, your Loungefly holds it.
Yep, my Loungefly, it fits perfectly in the side pockets of my Loungefly, so it's perfect. Because it is 2021 and we still are wearing masks. Make sure you bring extra masks, especially if you're going to go on rides like Splash Mountain, or the fact that it is just hot in Florida and it rains. Extra masks. Right.
I'll say I'm a kindergarten teacher and my kids have to wear masks at recess. When they come in, they're always like, my mask is wet. Can I change my mask? So like if my 5-year-olds are grossed out by the fact that their masks are wet, a grown adult is going to be grossed out. So like take extra masks.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. I usually bring multiple types. I'll bring a couple cloth masks, some surgical masks, just what I have, what I feel comfortable in. It does get hot, but what can we do? At this point, hand sanitizer and wipes. They have hand sanitizer stations pretty much everywhere, but if anyone's like me, I like to have like a moisturizing hand sanitizer because my poor hands are done. Like it's game over, like 12 hours at work, full days at parks. No, like my hands can't do it anymore. So some sort of moisturizing hand sanitizer or whatever works for you. I love bringing in just like the wet one wipes. Again, they're gentle on skin. Also, we've talked about food and wine and flower and garden. Disney tries, they really do, but the tables, like you go one after the other to get to a table to eat at these festivals, and they are dirty. I like to have some wipes just in case, because literally it's one after the other. Like employees can't even get to the tables in between people standing at them.
Wait, you're not like using trash cans as tables?
I always actually use trash cans as tables.
So do I.
They're actually cleaner than the tables.
Right.
Actually, I remember, tangent, Universal used that as like a marketing campaign. They're like, no eating at trash cans here. And I was like, yeah, but the trash cans are clean. So
Universal's
plus
brutal
they're like every couple feet.
Marketing.
I would kill to work for Universal's marketing team. They're absolutely hilarious.
They just don't mess around. They're funny as hell. I'm not going to lie.
Ziploc baggies. Again, this is something that will take up virtually no space in your bag if you're not actually using them, but come in a lot of handy when you do need them. For rides like Splash Mountain, for rainy days, for your cell phone, for me, for my camera, just different things. Like extra food, anything like that. They take up zero space. They don't really weigh anything, and they're there if you need them, and they do come in handy. A lot of times it does only rain, like short downpours in Florida, but I've been there multiple times where it rains constantly all day, and it does soak through my bag by the end of the day. So having something to protect my gear is
We keep them too because my daughter's socks get wet, and she hates having wet socks. Because I mean, obviously, at some point you're going to be stepping in puddles in the Magic Kingdom. Like that's just how it is. So we always take extra Ziploc bags to put wet socks in, and so we have dry socks in the bag. Take the dry socks out, and then put the wet socks in.
Perfect. And next is mostly sunscreen and sunglasses. I, for some reason, think I can go to Florida without sunscreen too many times. Don't.
Girl, you're crazy.
I know. It'll be I'm it's February. No, I don't know.
That Florida sun is hot.
It is hot. It will burn. Sunscreen. So those are my main, if this is the absolutely essentials, this is what you should bring. Then there's a few other things that I like to have, but can be found in the parks if you need it and you really don't want to carry it around, which is a reusable water bottle. I use just a stainless steel water bottle, that has a insulated cap so it stays really cold for the whole day. I stick ice in it, and then I usually just grab the cups of ice water that they give out at the stands to refill it. They do have water fountains and stuff. They're not great, but again, my water bottle is usually full of ice, so that helps the situation if that's all I can find.
You can pretty much walk to a quick service too and ask for a cup of ice water.
Yeah, and it was as long as they're not busy, it's usually quick to grab a cup of water. Hold on.
So as long as they're not busy, it's usually easy to just grab a cup of water. Right now, lines do seem to be a little bit longer with the mobile ordering because you pretty much have to mobile order everything. So lines do seem a little bit longer, but in a typical non-COVID world, it's usually not too difficult to walk up to the counter at a quick service and grab a cup of ice water.
Yeah. And that's definitely one reason why I don't feel like you have to bring a bottle of water, but it's definitely handy. Especially
do not pay $6 for a bottle of Dasani in the park.
Do not pay for Dasani. I don't even know. Sorry, if people love Dasani, why?
What about Aquafina?
No. Don't do it. Right, so the other thing is, go ahead.
I was going to say, treat yourself better than Dasani.
Yes. Your body deserves more than Dasani water.
Wow.
So the next thing would be Band-Aids and Tylenol or pain meds or anything that you would need. There is first aid at each park, but if you are across the park and you really need one of these things, you are going to take a good chunk out of your day to walk there and get them, wait in line. So it's just nice if you have a small bottle or again, Band-Aids are flat. They take up little space in your bag. It's just nice to have rather
for
than
those
taking
blisters.
That time. I get so many blisters.
Moleskin. Moleskin is something to have for when you get back to the resort and you can put that on. Yeah. First Aid does have that too.
Yeah. It was they usually have everything. I used to get this, I don't know, it's an elastic tape that's supposed to help prevent blisters. I use everything, but again, it's more convenient for me to have these in my bag. They take up little space and so I do not have to take the time out of my day to walk across the park or find first aid. Personally for me, I always like to wear makeup into the park when it's 98 degrees and 85% humidity. So I bring
So you use an amazing setting spray?
I use Urban Decay All-Nighter setting spray. And I bring it with me.
It is the best one to use for Florida heat.
Absolutely. I love this setting spray. A little travel bottle goes right into my bag every day into the parks. Again, not all people might need this, but I do, and I love it, and it saves my makeup so I can take pictures at night and still look semi-decent. Another one is a reusable straw. Everywhere in Disney property uses paper straws, and I absolutely hate paper straws, so I will bring a metal straw with me everywhere I go.
They fall apart in your mouth.
You get 2 sucks out of your drink before the straw has completely disintegrated, and I'm not here for it. So, reusable straw. Snacks. Obviously Disney is, there are plenty of snacks in Disney, but if you've ever been like me and on a budget, Quest bars are my favorite thing because they don't really melt, or they do kind of melt, but it's not like having chocolate everywhere. So, and I could shove it. It's just nice to have something when I don't want a churro or I'm actually starving and it's not time to eat yet. So,
or if you're stuck in line and you're like, I need to eat something right now.
Yes.
Or I'm going to eat one of these kids in line in front of me. No, I'm just kidding.
Like you're standing for hours upon hours in a hot, hot day in the sun. Like more food is sometimes needed, and sometimes a churro just, isn't going to cut it. Like,
I actually did eat a kid once.
Oh,
wow, Agatha, I'm pretty sure only bit a kid, and then you're eating a whole kid. Oh man.
Is that all we need?
No. Absolutely not. These are 18-hour days in the park.
It's a big bag.
It's actually not, and I could fit all of this into my Loungefly bag. Hair ties. Again, just people with long hair. It's nice to have. Trading pens, like the little enamel pens that they have. If you want to trade, make sure you bring those along. An actual writing pen, one for autographs, one for when you're at the Epcot Food Festival, so you can write in your little Epcot passport. A handheld fan, which are my personal favorite. Literally just type in handheld fan on Amazon and they pop out with so many. They're usually around $15 and they are lifesavers. I never go to Disney without my handheld fan.
I do the same with the cooling towels too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cooling towels are great.
All right. And I have a few other things for kids, but I will save that for next week.
All right. That works. So she got all that, Shawn?
Yeah, no, I did actually. I looked up stuff. We have a little bar top table in the front room, and for the last 2 weeks we've just been like making sure we've got all little piles of everything, you know.
Well, but don't forget
did you get the Urban Decay?
I did get the setting spray. I did.
Okay, good.
I always do. I mean, yeah.
But is it the Urban Decay?
It's Urban Decay all-nighter.
Yeah, okay. Just in case.
And if you're worried about your hair, there is a spray from like Big Sexy Hair that is like a weatherproof spray. You need that.
Okay, good. I'm getting my hair cut the night before we're going, but I'll make sure to bring down the big. Yeah.
Well, you have to just make sure your hair, because you don't want frizzy hair.
Yeah.
No, not if I'm vlogging too. No.
Right.
No.
Bring a bottle of Big Sexy with you.
Yeah, I will.
Take that.
Yeah.
Weatherproofing. It's weatherproofing spray.
Yeah, it's my name tag. So I'm going to give you guys a quick just rundown, but I think we should talk more about it when we get back because we're almost at an hour or two. So, but we're flying in on Easter. We get there. We are staying at the Disney at the Yacht Club for 7 nights. We have reservations the first night at Chef Art Smith's Homecoming out in Disney Springs. Then the next day we are doing the first day. We're not doing parks. We're using that day to just swim at Stormalong Bay and to go to dinner and to watch the championship game and to get adjusted to the time difference. So we have reservations. Well, we don't need them, but we have reservations at Beaches and Cream at 1:45. And then we have early dinner because we want to watch the game at Morimoto out there. I love Morimoto on not Top Chef, Iron Chef. So I'm excited for that. We have that 5:30, and then we're gonna watch the game that night and try to get to bed early so I can get up and get my Disney Hollywood Studios Rise of the Resistance pass. So I'll be quick. Tuesday morning, Disney Hollywood Studios. Fine. We have. I know, but but we have a park pass for Disney Hollywood Studios on Tuesday. Wednesday we have our park pass for Epcot, and Thursday we have a park pass for Animal Kingdom, and that's when our friends join us. And that evening we have reservations to be our guest at 7:50 out of Magic Kingdom. There's not going to be any issues with park hopping. I was looking the last 2 weeks with the really crazy rush for spring break, and every day too they've been able to park hop everywhere. There's a number you can call, and they've all been open. So I was like, okay, if it made it through this big rush, we're going to be okay. Friday, April 9th, we have Magic Kingdom, that park pass. And Saturday, we have park pass for Hollywood Studios. So I'll have Tuesday and Saturday be the two chances. And then Sunday, Paul and I and our friend Mikey, we're going to go over to Universal Studios. And we're going to get the express pass. So we're going to pay a ton of money, but just so we can go to the front of every line except for Hagrid's. But they have virtual queue for that too. So if we get there early enough, we get that, and we get the express, we'll hopefully be able to do all of Universal in a day. And
are you doing both parks?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're going to spend most of it in Islands of Adventure. I mean, I was doing a walkthrough last night. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say Diagon Alleys in Universal Studios, which is my favorite part of Harry Potter. So.
I know. That's probably I think that's the only reason we're doing Universal Studios, not just Islands. But Paul is a huge Harry Potter fan. But, everything J.K. Rowling. So we're, with the transphobia stuff. So we're a little off Harry Potter, but we're still going to enjoy the park. But he's also a huge Jurassic Park fan, too. So those are people have got like their Star Wars or their Avengers. Like he loves like Jurassic Park and Harry Potter. English teacher loves Harry Potter, of course. So we're really got to hit those. But I'm excited. I've got shirts for every day. I've got 2 shirts for every day because I know what that's like. I'm a big boy. I sweat. I bought 2 new cameras. I got a new GoPro. I got a new point. Like a really nice one, which I hope I don't break. We're really excited. We got it all planned out.
So if y'all were paying attention, then you can follow Shawn along. If you're in Florida, try to find him.
Oh yeah, I know, right? I know. I put it on.
He just told you where he's going to be every day of the week. So.
I think I did on the Disney beat. I told where I was. I was like, oh god, but whatever. Who cares? And
I'm going to fly to Florida just to stalk you.
Please do it. Oh my god, I'll sneak in a Stormalong Bay. What I was going to say about the trip. We're going to do the camera. I'm going to try to vlog as much as I can. I don't think I'm going to get it uploaded like while we're there because I think Paul would kill me. And I agree that kind of take me out at the moment. But we'll have a lot of videos when I get back. And I'm going to also be running the Instagram for the DisInsider and doing a lot of videos there. So like the actual day of, like the story stuff. So if you want to check that out, another reason to follow the DisInsider, but you can like look at all the videos and stuff too. I've got so many masks, Brianna. It's so funny how many masks I have. I bought I have probably 25 just in cloth, and I got the paper ones, and I got these things to keep the hot air from steaming, like these little foam blockers. Yes, okay. And the bend, and I got anti-fog for the glasses because I don't want to sit there all day and just, with the glasses. And you guys, I pack so much crap. When you were reading that, Brianna, I was like, yeah, that's everything. It's so much stuff. I never use any of it. But the minute I need something that I actually brought, I'm like, oh, good. I do need that one Q-tip.
I'm to this point where I'm traveling with a little one. So it's like, we take so much unnecessary crap. Like, why do we need 15 packs of wipes?
Yes. And the one thing that I actually need is the one thing I forgot. Like, I didn't bring a paper clip. And that's the one thing I need.
So, I was going to say, my bag's always reaching the top of the weight limit. I can't imagine traveling with children because...
Oh, well, the good thing is we have to pay for her flight anyways. So she gets 2 bags herself.
Awesome.
Yeah. There you go. So
and we use them. We have 6 bags for 3 of us.
I'm excited. The temperatures aren't too bad, but I know it's way different in Seattle. It's really muggy, but it's mid 80s, low 80s.
Nice.
I think we're pretty good, right? It gets pretty bad more July, August, September.
Are you taking ponchos?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Paul got us some nice ponchos.
Have extra shoes in your bag in case you need them.
And socks.
Yes.
Yes.
Ziploc bags for those socks.
Yeah,
I love
days
Ziploc
I know it's
bags.
going to rain.
Yeah.
I usually throw my flip-flops in my bag, so my shoes are soaked.
I do too. Yep,
Grizzly River and Splash Mountain and Disney, it saves you. It just says gallon Ziploc bag, and it just changes everything.
Yep.
Cool. So I'll let you guys know. I mean, just follow the thing. It'll be fun.
We can't wait to see it. It's going to be so much fun.
So
I know. And just for the record, I don't think we said it. I'm a Disneyland guy. I've been to Disneyland, 40 times, but I've never been to Walt Disney World. So that's just kind of why I'm just for the people who are listening. That's why it's a little more special, just because I've never been. So, I'm excited.
Blow Figment a kiss for me.
I will, and then we'll all fly Shawn down there. Shawn Williams, next fall. We'll get him down there too.
If I can learn who he is.
Yeah, we need.
I'm starting to like him more though. No, I don't know. I'm good with Figment now. We're gonna. I really like.
Okay, well now I need to talk to you about the Dreamfinder.
Okay, me or him?
He's that weird guy that holds him around, right? You like the ride? Oh god. I don't know. I haven't been on it yet, but I've been swayed by.
No, I don't like the new. I mean, I like the new one just because it's Figment, but it used to be much better.
Yeah.
When they had the Dreamfinder. So bring back Dreamfinder, damn it.
All right.
That's how Sam really feels, guys.
Okay, well, on that
note, we will end this week's episode of Extra Magic Hour. Shawn, seriously, buddy, hope you have an amazing
have the best time.
It sounds like, I mean, I know you're a planner, so I know it's going to be perfectly down to the T, and it's going to be perfect. So
we haven't had cookies, candy, ice cream, or cake, or anything since Valentine's Day. So we are going to probably die of a diabetic coma because we're going to go so hard. going
Welcome.
so hard.
Welcome to diabetes. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
It's all right because you will take
not that bad.
25,000 steps that day.
Yeah,
So,
All right. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. From all of us here at Extra Magic Hour, thank you all so much, Sam. Thank you, Breanna, Shawn. Have a great time. We'll see you in 2 weeks in the Extra Magic Hour. Have a magical day, everyone.
bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.